Yo, what's up guys, welcome to a new video. And earlier I solo queued the battleground game and someone from my team blamed the enemy, apparently Premades, that we lost, and I couldn't agree with him, so in this video I try to explain why we actually lost and give you advice how to play against more coordinated teams and therefore get a higher win rate overall. So let's get right into it. Before the match starts I usually check out my teammates, and you already see that there's a medium armor Stamblade with 21k health when he gets minor toughness from me, so he actually has like 90k health, and you already know that this is going to be a good one. So you check out the scoreboard and you see that it's a 3 vs 4 vs 4, and since you have a Stamblade on your team it's a 2 vs 4 vs 4. And don't blame me that Stamblade is bottom tier in BGs, I didn't balance the game, but 9 out of 10 times they're dead weight for your team, because their playstyle contradicts with the meta of high MMR BGs. So in other words, medium armor Stamblades or squishy heavy armor Stamblades like to go in and go out, do the burst rotation and insta disengage. But the high MMR meta is to out-heal your opponents, and once you survive your opponent, you either kill them with damage over time through bleeds or other dots, or burst them with like synced downbreakers. At least that's the meta on PC-EU, but I can think that other servers or platforms have a different high MMR BG meta, but let me know if I'm wrong. And the medium armor Stamblade or a heavy Stamblade can't do shit because everyone's building tanky, so the only thing they can do, like one-shot squishy targets, is not possible, so they're actually dead weight for your team. Since they're not tanky enough to tank your opponents, so they're not able to vigor share efficiently, so your group lacks group healing, survive the incoming damage from the enemy team. So if you want to play Stamblade in high MMR BGs, I recommend you to run a heavy armor Stamblade with at least like 23 to 25k health, so you can efficiently stack with your team, vigor share and keep your team and yourself alive through the incoming damage. But that's not only a problem that medium armor Stamblade has, but also other classes like Mech Decay or Mech Zerg, if they decide to build only for themselves. So if they don't use a resto backbar, they have 0 group healing, 0 group support, so that means that we as a team can't out-heal their damage, and they as a team had a dedicated healer, so we can't outburst them and we end up wiping. So the actual reason we lost this game is because everyone from my team played selfish and we had 0 synergy as a team. To showcase you this quickly, I will show you the post-match stats. And you can see like I have 350k damage and 500k healing. But if you check out the other members of my team, you can see that they have nice damage, but they have actually no group healing. They have like 26k on a Stamblade and 4 and 3k on Magicka classes. And that's the actual reason why we lost this game, and not because the other team was more coordinated, but because we have 0 group healing. So that means if you're a Stamblade, play with more than 23k health and in heavy. If you're a Mech Decay, try out Resto, and if you don't want to adapt, then don't QQ that we lost the game because they were Premades. Premades tend to play more in a team because they're most likely on voice or play often together, so they know how to play together. And because they're a Premade group, they try to help each other with like group healing and group support. So it can be frustrating to play against such a group, because if you queue solo you get grouped up with randoms. You don't know what they run and how they play, so the chance that you get steamrolled is quite high. But it's not the fact that they're Premades per se that wins them games. They win games because they play as a team, and you win BGs when you play as a team, because it's a team-based game mode. So the last few minutes of the video I want to talk about the gameplay itself and showcase you what I mean with group support. So I'm on a Stamwarden and I'm trying to keep my Mech Decay in front of me alive. So naturally I stack on him to share vigors and pressure the enemy myself, and you can see that it's no problem to keep ourselves alive if the enemy team is not hard focusing us. So for example, if only 2 or 3 members are on us, we can easily out-heal them, but once everyone focuses us, and if they all focus one guy, it can be problematic only with 1 vigor to keep both of us alive. Keep in mind that I'm on a Stamwarden and I stack on the Mech Decay because he's immobile, so I try to keep him alive. And we have a Mech Zerg that didn't use healing ward when we get pressured, and our last member is a Stamblade that can't play in a team His class is not made for teamfights. If he was heavy and a more tankier setup, it would be fine, but he decided to run glass cannon and ends up in Africa 200 kilometers away from our team. So red team wiped the enemies, so they turned on us and full focused us, and now we can see why group healing is needed and why group healing is the best way to win more games, besides running group support setup, etc. I'm trying to keep my boy alive. The Stamblade just walks by without casting a Vigor, and in the end we have to struggle so much just to survive their incoming damage, and it would be so much easier if people played as a team, play setups that have some sort of group support. Like I said before, Stamblade heavy that is able to tank people, Mexorg helping out your team with healing wards, MacTK with resto or with like talents to reduce their incoming damage, Stam heavy armor in general with Vigor stacking, or by using group support sets, for example Transmutation, Gosmer, Wizard Riposte, and not just run 2 selfish damage or sustain sets. And some people just say run spin to win, easy mode, or go blitz stacking with master daggers, etc. But they don't know that these setups are heavily group support dependent. These setups only work if you have other people able to Vigor stack, or if you have a dedicated healer, for example, in your group. If your group lacks group support or group healing in general, you will have a hard time surviving because these setups are hella squishy. Even if someone runs heavy armor, the dual build setup is always squishy as a 2A sword and board setup, because you can't run dual build and sword and board because you need a snare removal. Since in BGs people tend to use snares because it's also a viable strategy. So in the end you might have a lot of damage, but there's a chance that the enemy team knows how to play as a team, Vigor stacks or have a dedicated healer, etc. And in this case you're doomed, because you can't kill them, but you're too squishy to tank anything, so you pop every time you go in, and your chance of winning is quite small. So after the game you might have 1.5 mil damage, but you also have like 30k healing and lose the game as well. So these full damage setups, these spin to win, these full bleed setups only work if you have a group to work with. So before I end this video, I want to say that if you're frustrating losing against Premades all the time, if you want to have a chance against Premades, you need to play something that synergizes with your group. Either giving group support, group healing, group utility, just anything that helps out the whole group. We can't change the effect that solo players get matched against Premades, but we can make it less frustrating when your team knows how to play as a team. If you don't know what you can do on your class specifically to help out your group, feel free to join the Discord and ask the question there or write a comment down below. You can also ask me other questions about the game in general or other stuff. The link to the Discord is in the description down below. And that's it for the video. I hope you enjoy and see you next time.